Hey guys, this is Rash here, and today I want to share with you a very powerful and inspiring story that I read recently. So this is about this guitarist who was in a band in the 1980s back in America. So this band was working so hard, and for many years they worked together. And what happened was this: in the 1980s they finally got their first break. They got their first break and they got a record contract. And I don't know if you all know how huge this is, but in America there are thousands and thousands of bands, and they were handpicked and given a record contract. Just a week before recording was supposed to begin, the guitarist was fired. He was asked to leave. He didn't understand why this happened to him, but he was just let go. He was just given a bus ticket back home and he was asked to leave. He was so angry, he was so upset. He felt like there was so much injustice done to him. And on his way back home, he resolved that he would form another band and become the best version of himself. He resolved that he would crush this band. That was what he was so obsessed over. He went back home and he decided to get even better musicians in his new band. He formed a new band. He got the best guys who were even more talented, even more special, and he worked day and night. He worked like a madman. Day and night he obsessed with his music, making killer music. And what happened was this: within a few years he got his own record contract as well. This band went on to sell 25 million records. 25 million. They were one of the greatest metal bands of all time, and they toured the world many times over. This band was called Megadeth. So if you know metal, if you know rock, you would definitely know this band called Megadeth. So to many people, people think they're so successful and stuff like that. And in an interview, they actually interviewed this guitarist who started the band Megadeth, and they asked him how he felt, and he felt like a complete failure. You ask me why? The reason why was because of this: the band that he got kicked out of eventually turned out to become Metallica. Metallica is by far the greatest, one of the most successful bands of all time. They sold hundreds of millions of copies. To him, his measure of success, his identity was the guy who got kicked out of Metallica. He couldn't see for himself what he had achieved with Megadeth. He had millions of adoring fans. He had millions of dollars in the bank account, but to him, it didn't even matter. To him, he would always look at himself as the guy who got kicked out of Metallica. A very interesting story which left a huge blueprint. Many people around the world look at him as super successful, right? But the question to ask is this: how do you measure your success? Ultimately, how do we get out of this endless cycle? I feel that the one thing that we should always do is to always just be grateful. I feel that's the number one thing which will put us on a positive spin of things. When we are not grateful for what we have, we go down this negative spiral of emotions. There's this saying which I love: happy people are not the ones who are thankful. Thankful people are the ones who are happy. I don't know what you're going through. You might be going through a huge financial crisis. You might be going through a big breakup with a partner of many years. I don't know what it is. It might be very painful for you. But always pause and ask yourself, what is the one thing you can be grateful for in any given situation? Guys, remember this. Always be grateful. Gratitude comes from within. I hope you all have found this useful. I hope you all found this story inspiring. And remember guys, always be grateful. Ciao. If you like this video, like it, give it a share as well. Thank you.